Live from the Sports Rap Trap here in H-Town. And hey, without further ado, we've got somebody real special on the line.
Yes,
I'm Adam Rapp. This is my main man, AP Bolski, and of course, Almighty Dollar. Took a week off last week to go up and watch the Rockets, although it wasn't a very good performance for you, Dollar.
Yeah, you watched the Mavs.
Yeah, you did watch the Mavs dominate. There's Dollar.
It was terrible.
So, you know, they've actually bounced back, look pretty decent. And they're going to have matchup issues with certain teams, and I think Golden State is one. I think Dallas is one. But let's get Mr. Phife Dawg himself on the line. Phife Dawg, are you there?
Yeah, what's good?
Yeah, there he is, man. Of course, the 5 foot.
Phife Dawg.
5 footer. Hey, so first and foremost, we were just talking Rockets, Mavericks. You're obviously a diehard NBA and just, you know, overall hoops fan, Phife. Which team out of Texas do you think has the best chance right now to make a deep playoff run?
That's a good question, but I'd have to go with Dallas right now because I think they have a little bit more depth. I mean, I know Houston just picked up Josh Smith not too long ago, but you don't know which Josh Smith is going to come and play.
True that.
You know what I mean? And then Dwight Howard is still hurt, so I got to go with Dallas right now.
Yeah, well, and Dallas, you know, they're focused. They just brought in another big man off the bench. They've got some time to spare for Dirk. Keep those old European legs, you know, warm and ready.
Right.
And their guard play is phenomenal. They picked up, I think, one of the biggest losses, Phife, for the Rockets this past offseason. They picked up Chandler Parsons, and he is definitely a glue guy in that locker room.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as they got rid of Chandler, or as soon as Chandler left, I knew it was a big mistake on Houston's part. They should have definitely re-signed him. And then on top of that, they don't really have a point guard. Well, Patrick Beverly could only take him but so far because he's really known for his defensive prowess versus, you know, leading a squad like a Rondo or Chris Paul or Stephen Curry and so forth and so on. You know what I mean? So that was definitely a big loss for them.
Well, Phife, you know, you guys drafted Rondo for a good reason. When do you think Rondo is going to pay big dividends for you guys?
We traded for Rondo.
Yeah, traded for Rondo, exactly.
Wait, hold on. Why you keep saying you guys? What do you mean?
For Dallas.
What do you mean?
Right.
I'm not a Dallas fan, but what was the question?
You know, when do you think Rondo is going to pay big dividends for the Dallas Mavericks?
I'm not exactly sure because Rondo playing in the East is a little different with Rondo playing in the West. Not to mention he had the big three in KG, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen. You know, I'm not saying he doesn't have a good squad in Dallas, but it's a little different because now you got to face Chris Paul one night, Westbrook another night, Damian Lillard one night, Stephen Curry another night. So it's a little difficult out in the West. So I don't really know when those dividends are going to pay off, especially now that he's beefing with his coach. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
so
Phife, I think what AP was trying to say is maybe you should adopt the Mavs because the Lakers and Knicks, they're not even worth talking about right now.
That's right.
I mean, both franchises.
But I'm not a bandwagon dude like that.
We're just teasing.
Yeah, absolutely.
No doubt.
Well, let me ask you about James Harden because, you know, we weren't sure if he was going to be able to become an alpha male. Now, he's not an alpha male vocally in the locker room. I've been around James. He's a quiet guy. He wants to, you know, dry out his beard, get dressed, and get out of the locker room as fast as possible. And Westbrook is the same way. And now we're seeing that KD is starting to be that way with the media as well. But what do you think about his play on the court? And do you think he is a legitimate MVP candidate?
James Harden is a monster on the court. He's definitely an MVP candidate. The only thing missing from his game is defense. You know what I mean? But when you really look at the NBA, there's not a lot of people playing defense, to be honest.
True that.
To be honest. So he's absolutely MVP candidate, but I got to give that MVP. If the season ended tomorrow, I'd have to give MVP to Stephen Curry.
Yep.
Good
Splash
choice.
Brothers.
Good choice.
I'll tell you what, though, Russell Westbrook's about to give him a run for his money with KD on the bench, so I'll be interested to see how that plays out in the end.
Absolutely. You're not lying. You're not lying.
Yeah, well, I know you definitely follow action on the court, Phife. Do you do any FanDuel? Do you do any fantasy? You know, now you got the daily fantasy squads where you can draft teams weekly. Do you do any fantasy as far as basketball goes?
Actually, I don't. I haven't done that in a very long time. You know what I mean? But I just got my NBA League pass, my college basketball pass. So I'm Tar Heels, Knicks, Lakers all season. You know what I mean? And it's been a rough season. Outside of what the Buckeyes did during the football season, my sports season has been hell. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know,
Well, I want to get some thoughts on college basketball. I definitely want to get some more thoughts on the NBA, get your look ahead, maybe some playoff positioning, who the contenders, who the pretenders are. What about J. Cole? I'm going to ask you real quick because, you know, we always play videos on this show. We're going to go real quick to a J. Cole track here. This young cat, we talk about young players in the game. What do you think about this young cat as far as the music game goes? Are you a fan of J. Cole?
I'm absolutely a fan of J. Cole for the simple fact that, you know, a lot of new rappers or what have you, they come across as very redundant. They piggyback off of the last man that sold a certain amount of records, and they don't really build a lane for themselves, a la Kanye West, I guess. But J. Cole definitely built a lane for himself, along with Kendrick Lamar. And I think J. Cole is one of the best for the simple fact he's not just rhyming, but he making his own beats as well. So he's like a definite triple threat in the game right now. So respect to the homie, you know what I mean?
All right, well, speaking of triple threat, we'll talk about Golden State, their triple threat. We'll talk about the loss of a legend, Coach Dean Smith. You're very close to that North Carolina program, and much more. Maybe we'll get a couple more music questions here. Shout out to Twiggy Smalls. She actually did the review of the album. So we're going to go to a quick no role models here because Charles Barkley told you guys 20 years ago, I am not a role model. We'll be right back with Phife Dawg from Tribe Called Quest and much more right here on The Rapp Show.